Hey, my name is Jason, and I'm going to help you get started with Tailwind-jit with Svelte-Kit. So let's go ahead and install Kit. We'll name our folder App. This is going to bring up a wizard for us, and we'll basically just accept all of the defaults. We'll do an npm install. And let's go ahead and open up this folder inside of VS Code. And we will get rid of some of the default styling. Alright, so if we go into source and then routes and then index. Alright, here's our style tag that Svelte is using to do a lot of things. We'll just get rid of that. Actually, let's do a quick little npm run dev and I'll show you what this looks like right now. All right. So here's our app as is now. You can see everything's centered. Go ahead and close that out. We'll save this file after we rip that out. All right, let's go ahead and install Tailwind. We'll do JIT, and then we'll also do Tailwind CSS, post CSS, and then post CSS CLI, so we can get a watcher going. Let those things install. All right, next thing we're going to do is create our Tailwind config. So the npx Tailwind CSS init. All right, so we got that. Let's open that up. And basically all we're going to do is add our sources in here. We'll save that file. And then we'll go ahead and create our post CSS file as well. We'll make sure we do CJS on that, not JS. All right. There's typical module exports for this. And then plugins is going to be at Tailwind CSS JIT. We'll save that out as well. And then we'll add a Tailwind file in our source directory. And we'll just put all these in here you're probably familiar with. Utilities. There we go. All right, and then let's go up here to the $ layout, and you see how they're importing a CSS file. We're going to actually import our CSS file as well, but it's going to be the output file that Tailwind creates. So doing this right here is going to be important for our hot module reload functionality. Instead of going into, let's say, app.html and bringing in the style sheet with a link, we're not going to do that. We want to import it in the layout file here. All right. And then let's go to our package JSON file. And we'll add some scripts. First one's going to be a watch for Tailwind. our output file. Maybe you use something different than index.css, that's fine. Just make sure you adjust accordingly. I'm going to go ahead and put verbose on this. And then we'll do a build. And we'll go ahead and grab this and copy it down. All right, and the last thing we're going to tweak here is on the Svelte-Kit build. We will do build Tailwind. All right, so now that we've got that going, let's go ahead and start our dev server back up. Oh, you know what? We didn't start our watcher. We need to do that first, don't we? npm run watch tailwind. All right, now we've got the source index file there that the dev server needs. All right, there we go. Let's try this again. All right, so here we go. Now you can see it's not centered. All of our styles are gone. So let's just add a few just to demonstrate. So we'll go up to index. And we'll just add some classes to main. Padding 4, let's do that. All right, so you can see the hot module reload for the index file. So nothing actually changed on the styles. So this is a bug that I've run into, and this is the only way I've been able to solve it. So let's scroll down to our Tailwind config. For whatever reason, it's not liking this line. And so another way of doing this is to add some curly braces around, just so you can, you know, add HTML and JavaScript, maybe TypeScript, whatever. Doesn't matter. But just go ahead and change this, add the braces around there, save the file, and that by itself doesn't actually change anything. But if we go back in and reset it to the way it was and save and come back, now all the styles are being applied. If we would have gone in, what is happening there? If we would have gone in before, you would have gone in and seen that the bottom of index, there weren't all of the styles weren't being added before. And for whatever reason, when you change the Tailwind config file, save it, and then change it back and save it, everything starts working. But anyhow, that is how you get started with Tailwind-jit and Svelte-Kit. Thanks a lot. See ya.